as natural as it can be for my kids. I woke up, thanks to God, but with just some aches and pains in my legs, which is the true thing. And you know, I also forgot. I lost track of putting my home button, which is good because I work from my home. And so I think I said my mom's born in Arequipa, my dad's born in Cusco, Peru. I was born in Lima, Peru, South America, close to Ecuador and Colombia. Drinking a tea after I just ate pupusas made by me. And yeah, so I was born, so my mom was very happy. She was born with a lot of pain. Oh yeah, I did say that. Lost track of of uh, blood. While I'm doing this video because it's for my kids, I'm just gonna put a little bit of eyeliner and kind of go through some stuff. Do a little bit of information about my kids. I gotta go buy chicken. We're gonna eat chicken tonight. Soon I'm gonna be a vegetarian. My choice, love it, love it. And yeah, that's kind of my eyeliner, which is okay. But I'm gonna wear a little bit of mascara um, while I'm doing this video. A little bit is okay. I don't like to wear a lot. I like to be natural. Sometimes I wear a little bit of mascara and liquid eyeliner to outbring my eyes. But and sometimes I don't. It all depends on my day. Like I said, there are days that are, you know, very not easy for my legs, which is okay. And yeah, so as that, today we have a meeting for my son, but he's so motivated, and I'm so excited too for him because I'm going to support him all the way. And I'm so happy that his fiance is coming, the little girl. That's the best thing to take with kids. And that's what I love about it. And I just put a little bit of mascara. So it shows nothing, but I just like fashion. So I was born October 17, 1968 in Lima, and very sick. Blood transfusion, boom. That I remember. My dad and my uncle and my mom told me. And the other thing is that I don't, till then, what I remember when I was 4, my dad took me to Cusco with my brother Edgar. My brother Eddie is 1 year older than me. And we went to Cusco. I remember that clearly. And I remember my dad took us to a river and he showed me he could do little boats. He goes, watch me do this boat and I'm going to do a boat and it's going to go, it's going to move. And he did something, he was doing something with sticks and things. And all of a sudden the boat moved because my dad's a mechanic, right? I was like, wow. I remember that so clearly in Cusco. It took me, that's one part that I remember. Cusco's Machu Picchu is well known around the world. A lot of people like going there from the Incas. So I have some Inca native blood. So we went to Cusco, and then I remember also when me and my brother we went out with some friends in Cusco, that event, and he fell. He fell in this earthquake. This thing that if you go inside, you could go in, and so we had to pass this log. I remember it was in the fields. There was a lot of trees and a couple of kids with us, and we had to pass this log. So I passed it, and something my then was my brother's turn before me after me. But the point is, I fell. Oh my God! And we all was like, oh my God, he fell in the ponton. So we gotta grab him and we had to take him out because if you fall in there, he eats you and you just stay there. So I'm like, oh my God, I gotta see what's going on. And I was afraid, I was scared. And then all I remember, what I heard is that after he fell, he got big trouble, and my dad hit him. Because back in those days, you hit your kids, especially in Peru. You were allowed to discipline your child like that. So he had a beating of his life for going to the Pantons, dangerous and taking me and all that. So that was that I remember as a child, before 5 years old. I remember a sad story. My mom and dad had a fight, and my mom, my dad like threw the ring, and my grandma was there, my dad's mom in Cusco, and my dad, they were just arguing, and I was just standing there listening, and I was just so upset. I was like, oh my gosh, like, can my grandma say something? But she never said nothing. And I was like, oh man. All I remember is when we were all outside, my dad said, who do you want to go with, me or your mom? And I said, my mom. I'm going to stay with my mom, take care of my mom. Because she was crying, she was sad. And I think he threw a ring at her, I think the wedding or whatever. So I said, okay, I'll stay with my mom. And then Ed's like, who do you want to stay with? And my brother's like, you, Dad, I want to go with you. So I'm like, okay, let's go. And I remember just standing there, and I could just see my dad driving away in his truck with my brother. I was like, oh my God, it's sad. But then I was like, oh, I'm with my mom, taking care of my mom. So I stayed with my mom. I remember that. Then from there, I don't remember too much. And then I remember the part, no more Cusco. There's only three things I know of Cusco. And then I remember Lima. Lima, I remember once we were in the bus with my dad. I don't know how old I was though. And then I fell asleep, and I never forget. I remember clearly my dad carried me on his shoulder, and I remember I lie on his shoulder, and I was just felt so safe. I was so happy. I was like, oh, my dad is carrying me. I remember that. In Lima, Peru. It's a city. Lima is like the city here. Like Toronto is the city. Lima is the city. Peru is a country. It's like Costa Rica. You guys, Juancito and Caroline, Costa Rica. Remember the city where we stayed in your aunt's nice big house? The first time we went to Costa Rica, that's a city. That's San Jose. So it's something like that. Costa Rica is big, but we stayed in the city the first time we went in San Jose. So Peru is like Lima, the big city. So I remember once in school, I remember another part when I went to school. Um, there was this guy, a little boy, had a crush on me. I think he had a crush on me, and then the other boy was trying to hurt me, and then he defended me, and that's what I remember. I remember another one where after school I went to chill with my friends, and I got in big trouble, and they were looking for me and everything, and I know I got in big trouble. And I think the next day, I remember, I think I got the hand. And the teachers back then, you were allowed to hit your kids. In some schools they still do, I heard, but I remember I got like a little thing not going home, I think. Um, and then I remember my dad, like, I remember my dad not being around for like years, and I was like, oh. So when my mom and dad, they sang songs with my uncles and aunts, and then I recorded something to my dad that I wanted a kitchen. I don't know why I wanted a kitchen when I was little. I always ask for a little kitchen, which now I don't even like the kitchen. So I always ask for a kitchen. Oh, Dad, send me a kitchen. I was like 5 or 6. I want a little kitchen. I want a little kitchen. And then finally one day I remember something goes. My mom's like, your kitchen. I'm like, oh my God. I remember I grabbed that kitchen, went to my neighbors in that street, and I showed all my friends the kitchen, and we all were playing with I shared my kitchen, I remember. And we were all playing with my kitchen. Everybody was like, oh my God, you got a little kitchen and a little pot. And we were all playing with the kitchen. I shared it. I used to love to share it with my toys, with my neighbors, my friends. And I remember we played till late. That I remember. And I remember we had a TV. I remember my dad sent a TV, and then a lot of my friends came to watch TV at my house, and I was so happy. I used to love showing my toys. Also, I remember in Peru that the kitchen, I used to always play in my neighbors' houses. And I think sometimes we all used to go to one friend's house who had a TV, and he used to let us watch. She or he, I remember, let us watch TV. That I remember. I remember crying for my mom, you know. Sometimes she used to go out with her friends. She was a single mom at that time. And did I remember once me and my brother going out with my mom and she had a friend, and yeah, I didn't want nothing from that friend. He wanted to give me money. I said, no, I don't want your money. I want my mom. I want to go with my mom now. So we went back with my mom. That I remember. I remember with Dina, my cousin Dina. She had a boyfriend, and we went with her boyfriend to go buy cake. It was her birthday. And yeah, we went. He bought us ice cream, and we went, and we came back, and we sang happy birthday to her. That I remember. And this is all before 7 years old. Okay, my children. And then I remember my kids. That. I remember also my. Let me see. Yeah, I remember that. I remember I would go once. I think I went. Yeah, I remember that. Then the next thing I remember was my mom they used to bathe me in this thing outside the room. It was like a basin or something. I lived in a poor home. We shared with my aunts and everything, so it was very hard. I remember I saw pictures of my school uniform, which was very nice. Yeah. So I remember once I saw my dad after a while, and like we're leaving. I'm like, leaving? Where are we going? Like we're gonna go somewhere. And I'm like, oh my god, you gotta say bye to your friends. So I'm like, oh my god, okay. So I went to say bye to my friends, and my neighbor that lived right next door to my house. It wasn't even a house; it was an apartment that we lived. But there was only one floor. I said bye, and everybody's like, oh my god, your father, like, I was only 7. So I remember this guy, and his dad came, oh, I'm gonna scare you guys, and then he said, oh, give me a goodbye kiss. I'm like, what? And I'm like, what? Yeah, goodbye kiss, you're leaving for good. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. And he came and kissed me. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I'm like, okay, I'm leaving, and I was saying bye to all my friends. It was like, but I was excited leaving with my mom and dad and my brother. We were just okay. So all of a sudden, I know I was in a plane. I don't remember the plane ride. I remember when we were in Mexico, the airport of Mexico, and my dad bought me a doll, a Mexican doll. I remember that because what do you want? I got Mexican doll, so I got a Mexican doll. I remember that. We were walking there, and I remember, yeah, we were in Mexico. I was 7 years old. My brother was 8. Yeah, and then I remember here. I don't remember the airport here. I just remember we went. I don't know if we went to a friend's house or we came straight to I think a friend house. Señora Zoila y Don Pepe. That's what I remember. Alright, that's all I'm going to say for now. Cynthia, Christian, and Caroline. And that's all I'm going to say for now. And whoever wants to watch. So, it's Thursday, April, let me see, 16th, no, 18th, April 18th. Tomorrow is Good Friday. Jesus. So, thank you, Jesus, for this day, and thank you for doing this video for my kids. And happy Good Friday. And I love Jesus, I love God. And thank you. And I'll see you, my kids, again. Okay? Love you. God bless you. I'll finish the story. So I left off with arriving to Canada when I was 7 years old. Love you, my children. Bye. And God bless you all.